Namaste YouTube, welcome to Cafe Noma and welcome to our reaction to TAMELA MANN. We are going to react to the song Change Me. This is our first time single take honest reaction to this song requested by our patron Tracy H.
Change me, oh God. Make me more like you. Change me, oh God. Wash me through and through. Create in me a clean worship you. Change me, oh God. Make me more like you. Change me, oh God. Wash me through and through. Just create in me a clean heart, so that I may worship you. Change something about you. Change me. Whatever's not like you, Lord, I want you to change me. Do it for me, Lord. I dare you to just put your hands on yourself. Lord, I want you to change me like only you can, Lord. Change me. Can y'all help me say it? It's easy. I need you to. Come on, say it like you mean it. Change me. Whatever's not like you, Lord, I want you to. From the inside out, Lord. Oh, a little change. I need you to. Change me. Or you can say it. Change me. Y'all remember this? Has come over me. Come on. Oh, if you
she was a storm on that stage. It's not. It's how do I put it? It's rare to come across artists like that who are this strong.
Involved.
Her strength in her voice. Wow, that was strong. That was strong. It was powerful. That was dynamic. So it's not. It's rare to come across artists like these days. We have been reacting for so many years now. Initially, we used to mainly react to artists that were unique and similar to what Tamela Man would be. Then later on, we have come into rock and more organized music, not scattered. But the sad part is that no matter how talented these artists are, there is something bias that is keeping them away from popularity, away from people, away from audiences. So no matter how great the talent would be, and they would make the music industry richer, they would enrich the industry, but they don't get the opportunity or acknowledgement by the industry. This weird kind of bias that is making the music industry become poorer and poorer, because they don't want to change their ways of doing things, at least of the West. And things are not different here too, to be honest, but here people don't settle down for bad things, so they demand for change. Your audience demand change, otherwise they are not going to pay for anything. It's as simple as that. When they are paying, they want value for their money. It's as simple as that. There is no obligation, there is no fan followingship and things like that if you're not good enough. It's as simple as that. This was powerful performance. I loved every moment of it, and her energy did not go down even after almost 7 minutes of singing and almost being in a controlling position for everything. I also like the pianist in this one. Initially, when it was the intro was going on and she was only singing and the piano was playing, that was strong chemistry between them.
Yeah, that's I can sum it up in one line. Just like the lyrics of the song were more or less just one line. Mediocre lyrics, good music, great drumming, and exceptional singing. So I'll sum it up in the same way. Like the song was written just one line, pretty shallow, pretty mediocre in my opinion. The lyrics, but it's a powerful statement, about God changing me, Jesus changing me. It's a powerful statement. We live in a world where we are pulled further and further away from God.
Yeah.
So
and that too can happen in the name of God.
We live in a world where strange things occur on a minute by minute basis. We no longer are fascinated by most of those strange things, because it happens so regularly, so frequently. The media, more or less, is controlled by a few non-believers in the West, which is really, really sad. If you pick up even if you pick up the 7 biggest companies that control the media in the West, especially the tech media, the internet media, not a single one is a believer in Christ, or does not show that openly, even if they are. So you have a group of non-believers, a group of atheists, a group of people who don't care 2 hoots about Jesus, who are controlling the kind of information you and me receive on a minute-by-minute basis, an hourly basis, a daily basis, a monthly basis, a yearly basis. These 7 people are more or less controlling 95% of the world's information that is in circulation to you and me. So when such a thing happens, obviously we are pulled further and further away from God. You won't see much information about God or Jesus on your phone today, unless you specifically search for it. And even then, I promise you, you may get other characters who are named Jesus shown possibly before the real Jesus. So that is my point. Secondly, when we are pushed further and further away from God, what happens to us? America is a classic example for me to talk about. I would have loved to talk about India, because those changes are also happening in India right now, but not in such a big way as it has happened already in America. So that's why I'm talking about America. America, this has already happened. They have been pulled away from God, most of them, and you can see the results. Most of them are living a horrible, horrible life. They are raped on a daily basis, they are bashed up on a daily basis, abused, bullied, tormented, and used on a minute by minute or hourly basis. So they live in that kind of an environment where even if they are not being abused, that abuse that they already been through is constantly at the back of their mind or on their mind, all over their brain. So they have no time for God, but they are living such a horrible existence. They are living in so much fear, so much denial at the same time, that it's a horrible existence to have. They may have all the money in the world. They may have more airports than any other country, with more private planes, fancy cars, fancy homes, fancy theme parks, etc. to recreate, to go and unwind and have good recreation in. But all that does not help them. You know why? Because these 7 people, these 7 major tech companies who control your information that is served to you, they have already pulled you away from God. God is the answer. And that is why the singer is saying, change me. Because God is the answer to most things. But when you're so immersed in all that crap that is served to you, you're getting further and further away from God. And even God tomorrow, He has better things to do with His time. So He's not going to waste His time on people like you who are going to spend all their time on crap all the time. He has better things to do with His time. Why is He going to save you? Why is He going to change you? When you've never cared a damn about Him in the first place. So you just happen to turn. I love how Americans do it. I find it really funny, much funnier than Kevin Hart will ever be, even in his wildest dreams. Or putting down his own father and people in his family. Much, much funnier I find it that people in America turn to God only when their backs are against the wall. Quite literally, whether in prison or anywhere else. That's when they suddenly remember, oh God, change me, change me. I definitely can't sing as well as her, but change me. There's a limit to the hypocrisy of the average American today, or for that matter, the average Indian also. There's a lot of hypocrisy. The fact is that you turned your back on God. God didn't turn His back on you. So don't blame it on God when a bad thing happens to you. The first thing an American will do, an average American I'm talking about, first thing they'll do, if they got struck with Alzheimer's or cancer or some life-threatening illness, first thing they will do is, God, why me? Why me, God? I did so much for my local charity, for my local community. Why me, God? The answer is right on your phone. The crap you are watching right now, in this case, of course, I'm calling myself that crap. But the crap that you are watching is the answer to your problems. And it's an indirect answer. The answer should shoot out at you very, very soon. That what am I doing with my time? What am I doing with my life? Time management is all about life management. And life management is time management. When you're wasting your time on crap all the time, 24/7, practically, people have such poor sleep in America today. It is the biggest problem possibly that America faces. Medically, the problem is that they can't get good sleep. I think every second American hasn't been able to sleep soundly for 8 hours for, I think, their whole adult life. So it's a sad situation to be in, but the answer is God, but you will possibly never find it. Even after watching this whole reaction, listening to this song, you may still go back to your phone. You're watching it probably on your phone. So you'll go to the very next thing and then you say, why God? Why God? Why God? Why me?
She inspired you, Tamela Mann. Oh, When you said about the big giant tech companies and big companies, giants of America, business owners and all, it's not just today, but it has been a phenomena, kind of a syndrome that a lot of powerful people from powerful positions suffer from the West mainly. Even Eastern side, I would say, it's something to do with man, and when he gets too much power, he gets so drunk on power that he starts thinking, I am the God. This is how it feels like when you be God. So most probably Mark, what is it? No, it's Mark Zuckerberg, right? His full name. I forget that Zuckerberg is very popular.
I mean, look how he
He's
got
already going
Facebook.
down, right? Yeah.
Look how he got Facebook.
So
Or
he's
started to own Facebook.
his-
That itself tells you the kind of SHITTY personality and human being he is. He should be in prison for the way he got
his
Facebook.
attempt to be God, it definitely was it, but it does not last long. Unfortunately, these people forget in their stride that they cannot ever compete. What humans do every single day, we just try to imitate God, what God created, and we try to do something little. At least the scientists and the people who are always wrecking their head, they want to get so close to creating something that nature already has, whether it is planes or ships or anything. Nature has already given that idea. There are things swim in the water, so you're trying to wreck your head to create something artificially that can do that too. You're trying to create a fly that can do most efficient thing in the less fuel and this and that. We still get so many side effects of doing those things, but we can never match the nature that has already been created. But we will never admit that there is a better thing already been created, and the creator is somebody else, it's not me. And that acceptance is so so difficult for humans that they keep challenging it, and then this life is so small that they give they are over. So it's a whole lifetime of ignorance that people live, instead of admitting and accepting that you already have something better. You're trying to make something that is not a problem, but pretending that you are above the creator is a major problem for me, because when I see so many bad things happening, it's only because you're challenging something that you should not be challenging. Instead, you should be embracing it and furthering it if you want to make it better. But you cannot challenge it and then win. And when they are defeated, this is what we see. All the defeats of the world that we are looking at. All the wars and all the psycho people falling off cycles and whatnot.